2018 BMW 4 Series Review. The 2018 BMW 4 Series remains a substantial choice, but newer competitors are beat for the moment. BMW is strongly connected with luxury sport coupes and convertibles. The company practically invented today's interpretation of the class using its 3 series. 4 years ago, several series replaced these series coupe and convertible in name, however, not in spirit. The 4 series continues to be delivering all of the performance, refinement and strength of that predecessor. Recently, however, competition has changed over its game. You've also got redesigned versions from the Audi A5 and S5 along with the Mercedes-Benz class coupe to contemplate. In our opinion, these rivals have unseated several series in the top spot within the class, yet not by a significant margin. This could be partially assigned to the 2018 BMW 4 Series age, despite the fact that it's updated this coming year. The changes just aren't significant enough to push it to the top level. Overall, though, the 4 Series remains a compelling choice for a high-end sport coupe or convertible. What's new? For 2018, the BMW 4 Series gets to be a variety of minor updates. They include subtly freshened front and back styling, revised suspension tuning, a newly optional virtual instrument panel, and several minor changes on the steering wheel and interior trim materials. While the 440i's power is intoxicating, the 430i for almost all 4 series pairs. It is a powerful performer in its own right, and its particular lower price could regain more space inside your budget for some desirable options like the premium package that includes heated seats, navigation, a virtual instrument panel and emergency telematics. Trim levels and features. The 2018 BMW 4 Series comes in 3 body styles, a coupe, convertible and Ford or Gran Coupe. Within these models, you are able to choose between the 430i or 440i trims that differ mostly by engine type. The 430i is powered with a turbocharged 2.0-litre 4-cylinder engine, 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, as well as the 440i gets to be a turbocharged 3.0-litre 6-cylinder engine, 322 horsepower and 332 lb-ft. All of these 4 Series models include an 8-speed automatic transmission that sends power on the rear wheels, though you may get a 6-speed manual for the coupe just as one option. BMW's X-Drive all-wheel drive strategy is also offered just as one option. Standard features with the 430i include 18-inch wheels, automatic LED headlights and fog lights, a sunroof coupe, power folding and heated mirrors, auto-dimming mirrors, automatic wipers, selectable drive modes, cruise control, a rear-view camera, BMW's Assist eCall emergency telematics and smartphone app treatments for some car functions. On the within, you receive dual-zone automatic climate control, simulated leather upholstery, 10-way power-adjustable front sport seats, 402/040 split-folding rear seats, a tilt-handless coping leader, a universal garage door opener, BMW's iDrive infotainment system, a 6.5-inch display, a rear-view camera, Bluetooth phone and streaming audio, and also a 9-speaker sound system with a CD player, HD radio plus a USB input. The 440i adds keyless entry and ignition along with a premium 16-speaker Harman Kardon surround sound system with satellite radio. These features are options about the 430i. Convertible designs include a power-operated retractable hardtop having a removable wind deflector. Notable options include various sporty exterior touches, adaptive headlights, automatic high beams, an M-Sport or adaptive suspension, a computerized parking system, a head-up display, a navigation system, premium leather upholstery, heated front seats, an energy rear sunshade, a surround view camera system, Apple CarPlay as well as a wireless charging pad. On the safety front, you'll be able to also add back and front parking sensors, blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning and mitigation, a lane departure warning system and adaptive cruise control. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically will come in multiple versions which might be fundamentally similar. The S with this review use our first drive on the 2018 BMW 440i Coupe Turbo 3.0 litres inline 6, 8-speed automatic, RWD. Driving. The BMW 440i was previously the top dog inside luxury sport coupe class, but recent redesigns from Mercedes and Audi contain it playing second fiddle. That said, some Series remains a superb sport touring car that could exceed most drivers' expectations. Acceleration. The 440i produces an overabundance of power. Acceleration is effortless, with smooth and quick gear changes. To a slightly lesser degree, the 430i also confidently gathers speed and can certainly satisfy most drivers. Braking. The brake pedal features a reassuring weight and is also very intuitive, whether driving very trying to a twisty road or maybe cruising to your smooth stop about the boulevard. Steering. Steering effort is light in parking lots and gets appropriately weightier when your speed builds. There's not much feedback to your driver, even though it is hard to find in any car nowadays. On the highway, the 4 Series tracks through and very little driver input to stay inside the lane. Handling. On a curvy mountain road, some Series instills many confidence and must satisfy more enthusiastic drivers. Adding the game and adaptive suspension options further enhance this sort of feeling. Non-sporty drivers may find this reassuring in evasive maneuvers. Drivability. The 4 Series is not difficult to drive in a condition or situation. The selectable drive modes aren't as drastically different as rivals, but drivers of atypical persuasions will locate fairly easily their preferred setting. It's a highly capable and accessible vehicle. Comfort. The 4 Series does an admirable job of providing driving engagement without having to sacrifice comfort. You'll always seem like in a sporty car but will not be reminded in it every time you hit a bump within the road. Seat comfort. The standard sport seats provide ample lateral support to hold you firmly planted when cornering. At the same time, there's adequate padding, as well as the well-shaped surfaces help keep you comfortable all day on end. Ride comfort. Most moderate road imperfections are smoothed also as your competition. Even from the sport modes, the ride never gets choppy or rough. It's a good combination feeling connected on the road rather than feeling every little rut. Noise and vibration. Wind and road noise is reduced to near silence, despite the presence of the convertible, on rougher pavement and also at highway speeds. It's so quiet that BMW thought it needed to add engine noises throughout the interior speakers. Climate control. The automatic climate control does a great job of either heating or cooling the cabin quickly. In typical BMW fashion, there is a separate temperature selector to the top vents likewise. Interior. The BMW 4 Series remains a nice middle ground on the more traditional Mercedes and starkly modern Audi interiors. The quality of materials and construction meet expectations for luxury coupes, even inside the face of new arrivals. Ease people. There are lots of buttons and knobs in a few series, but they are grouped together and placed logically. If you've been in a BMW vehicle from the last decade, it ought to operate very similar. Getting in, jetting out. The long doors limit access in tight parking spots, even as we expect from any coupe. The seatbelt presenters take away the awkward reach back once you're seated, though. Rear passengers will likely need to squeeze past a narrow opening, also as typical to the class. Driving position. The array of movements and numerous adjustments make sure drivers of the size should be able to find their optimal position. Extendable thigh cushions are particularly nice for taller passengers. Roominess. The 4 Series Coupe is most beneficial, described as snug although not confining. There's adequate room for being comfortable while still using a sporty wraparound feel. Average-size adults will barely fit from the back seats. Visibility. Overall outward visibility is decent to the class. Narrow roof pillars allow it to become easy to see through sharp turns, plus the standard rear-view camera takes any guesswork away from backing to a tight spot. Quality. The quality materials used through the interior justify several series price. The simulated leather inside the standard 430i is incredibly convincing and breathes just and also the genuine article. The cabin feels durable and well assembled for a high-end coupe. Utility. There's enough space for luggage and items to rate several series as average for that class. Small item storage. There aren't a great deal of bins or pockets with regards to your effects, and so they aren't particularly big. But the typical stuff like smartphones, water bottles and look-ups all have appropriate holders. Cargo space. Trunk space within the coupe just isn't as generous as with some competitors, however it will likely fit all you need. The convertible's trunk is even smaller, but we had been surprised that 2 carry-on bags will still fit with the very best up. Technology. This 2018 refresh updates the Alwachi Strong iDrive infotainment system, but it really's not even close to being a major leap forward. The available virtual instruments use a certain wow factor, but Audi's is a lot more functionally useful. Audio and navigation. BMW's iDrive system features a wealth of features. This means it can take serious amounts of get familiar with the many controls and menus. After so it is intuitive, though some rivals are easier to acclimate to. Smartphone integration. With Apple CarPlay available being an option, smartphone control can be as good because other system provided that you have an iPhone. Otherwise, you'll have quite a bit more scrolling and commands to function many functions. Driver aids. The advanced security features are well-tuned to capture your attention as required without being so sensitive which it sends out false or premature alarms. You get the impression that they are there if you want them, and simply then.